Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. We are still in chapter 2 and then this is part 3 whereby we want to look at the Java application sample of program, and we want to finish this chapter until the end of the subtopic. Okay, let's start. Okay, so as we taught before in the previous video, so this is example of Java application. So Java application actually is a complete standalone program that does not require a web browser. So you can run it in a offline compiler, for example, BlueJ or Eclipse, okay, or any other compilers. Okay, so for example here in this program, so it import one Java package, which is java.lang.star. And then the class name is named as welcome. And this class welcome only contain one main method, which is public static void main, that will print or display the message welcome to Java programming by using system.out.println method. Okay. So this is another sample code fragment where it implements type conversion, input dialog, and also display output methods. So in this sample of code did not provide you the full program of Java, but it's only a fragment of code whereby it declared three variables: radius, area, and circumference. And radius str, okay, actually is a variable that will be used to store the input entered by the user, which is radius. And then radius equals to double plus double, if you still remember, is used to store the value that we have converted from string that received by radius str, and then to store in double format. Okay, then area here is used to store the result of the calculation between pi, radius, and radius. And circumference variable is used to store the values of 2.0 times pi and times radius. So the values of area and circumference will be displayed by using show message dialog. Okay, yeah, right. Okay, so I will show you some standard input that you can use to get the input from the user. So just now we already know system.out, and then to get the input from the user, you will need to use system.in. Okay, so we can only input a single byte using system.in directly. So to input primitive data values, you need to use scanner class so that you can get the input from the user by using the standard input or system. So in this case, you need to call the class scanner and create one variable or object scanner, for example, and then the scanner, okay, will be point to the new scanner object will be created. Okay, then one integer num will be assigned to store the input entered by the user. So the scanner variable or object here actually will point or will call the method name next integer that include in the scanner class. Okay, all right. So another method that you can use instead of next integer, so you also can implement next byte, double, float, long, short, and next. So all of this method has their own functions or value to be received from the user. All right. Okay, so next one is the math class. So actually maths class is included in the java.lam package that contains class method for commonly used mathematical function. Let's say you want to do some formulation related to mathematics. So you can call java.lang package. So for example, you want to call, you want to use or you want to apply square root or any mathematical operation. So in this case, you declare several variables and do something here, assign a value maybe. So the num variable will store the results that you call the operation square root sqrt here. Okay, and then you use another one operation which is max to find the maximum between two numbers. And then you add some numbers into it, so the result will be stored into variable num, right? So other methods instead of max or square roots, you also can use exponential, log, floor, and many more. Okay. But the most commonly used is power, max, or square root, right? Okay, next. So, okay, here is sample of program. Okay, this one is a complete one. So, okay, let's say at the first line is the command tells you what we want to do with this program, actually adding two numbers given by the user. And then this program also import one package named util.scanner. Okay, and then the class name is called addition and consists of one main method to execute all the lines of codes. And then you see there are 4 declaration variables. Here why we call in this we call the scanner class and declare one object in here. Okay, means we want to accept the input from the user. We need the user to define itself what are the input that they want to give. Okay, so some message to the user. Okay, please enter the first number, and then the system will receive the input from user and store into variable number 1. By using next integer means we want to receive input in integer format. Same goes to the next line, second number. And then what we do with the numbers, we add these two numbers and store it into result variable. So we want to look at the output. Use system.out. Okay, dot printline method to display the output, which is we call the word result here. In this line also we use concatenate symbol, whereby we want to concatenate these words, the addition is with the result that we have used in the line before. Okay, just close the body of the main method and also the class. Okay, now we move on to the next subtopic, which is control structure. Okay, so first is selection or if statement. All right, so this is an example of if statement, same like C++ or other programming language. So we have here if and else. Okay, so what's next? Another example. The previous example doesn't use the block. Okay, all right, so this is the statement. All right, we have if statement, then what are the statement that we want to execute, followed by else, block, then what are the statement that we want to execute. So if statement must contain Boolean expression. All right, okay, so the control flow of the if statement, if true, what happened? If false, then what happened? Then what's next? The end of the process or what? Okay, all right, so next the operators or relational operators that you may include inside your if statement. Okay, less than or equal, and many more, same like the other programming language. Okay, so inside the box, okay, you can look at the examples of the relational operators. Okay, and then compound statement. Compound statement means what? You use the braces if the then or else block has multiple statement. If the if else statement consists only one line or one operation that you want to execute, does not need to use the compound statement or bracket. So, however, you are recommended to apply the braces, okay, if you want to use if else statement, right? That is example. Okay, what else? The if then statement. Okay, this is the syntax that you may apply, right? Okay, so the control flow of if then. All right, the nested if statement, if followed by if and else. And last one is else. Next, the control flow of the nested if statement. Okay, if true, what happened? Maybe inside the true got another if statement. Okay, then what happened next, right? Okay, so this is another example if else. Okay, this is the common example to find the score for each, to find the grade for each score. So if score more than 90 or equals to 90, what happened? And so on. Okay, so we want to return the grade for each score that the student received, right? So this one is matching else. Okay, so if you look at the left side, the slide asks you whether A and B are different or not. So if you look at the A, if x less than y, if x less than z, what happens? System dot out dot print hello, else system dot out dot print goodbye. Okay, and then what happened to B? If x less than y, if x less than z, it seems similar to the above statement, then it will print system dot out dot print hello, and else system dot out dot print. If you look at this, the else statement actually in A is outside of the second if, and in B, the else statement actually is inside the second if. So what does it means? Both A and B means what? If x less than y, so if you create a compound statement or you put the bracket inside, it will be different. So it is followed by the second if, x less than z. Then you print out the message hello. Okay, then you close the bracket, close the if statement, and then you followed by else. You print system dot out dot print, and then you display the goodbye message, and then you close the bracket. Actually, A and B are the same, right? Okay, so next one is Boolean operators. A Boolean operator takes Boolean values as its operands and returns a Boolean value. So similar with other programming language, if you want to implement an operation, you just use this symbol or this symbol and not this symbol. So this is the example of implementation Boolean operators. Okay, and all right, an operation. So you just change this one. Okay, what else? Okay, these are the semantics of Boolean operators, their meanings. Okay, if you implement NN or not, so what happened, right? Okay. What else? Still Boolean variables. The result of a Boolean expression is either true or false. So actually it depends on what problems that you want to solve. So we can declare variables of data type Booleans and assign a Boolean value to it. For example, you can declare this variable pass and done as Boolean. So, and then if pass equals to 70 less than AX, so variable done equals to true. Okay, so this one is the assigning variable. So true actually is a Boolean variable. Okay, Boolean expression. So if you use if statement, if pass means 70 less than X and whatsoever. Okay, what happened? All right. Okay, so another one is switch statement. Instead of using if, you can also use switch statement. So this is the example of switch statement. Okay, declare one variable grade level. Okay, instead of using if else, so you can use switch to compare or to return the value of each case based on the grade level that you have declared. So, okay, here is the syntax for the switch statement. Start with keyword switch and then followed by the arithmetic expression, for example, grade level just now. And then you must state the case label from 1 until n that you want to identify or to return. Right. Then don't forget to put the break keyword after the case 1 until case n. Okay, so another example. Okay, switch with the default block is 9, 10, 9, 8, and so on. Okay, so it consists of default. Default means what? There are condition that does not being met. So the switch case will go to the default statement, which is usually we will put input error or invalid data or the case does not match, something like that. Okay. Okay, so next one is repetition or looping. So we have while statement here. Yeah, while statement, while. So you can declare the while and also the value that you want to find or to stop until what limitation, and then you do some operation. Okay, and then this is the syntax. Okay, and then what else? The control flow of while. Okay, do while instead of while. You also can do first whatsoever operation, then you test the case or the value that you want to identify. Okay, so the syntax for do while statement, you do the statement first, then followed by while with the Boolean expression. The control flow of do while. Okay. Okay, and then for statement. All right, so for same like the other programming language, you just declare one variable consists of the initialization to start the loop, and then until how many limitation, and then ask the variable to increase one by one until the end or the limitation of the value that you have set. And then you do some operation here. Okay. Okay, the syntax for the for statement. Okay. Okay, the control flow of for. Okay, and then finish on for. Now we move on to arrays. Okay, in this case, we want to focus on array of primitive data types. All right, let's look at the explanation on array. So array actually is used to process a collection of data. It's kind of storing server records, server data into a one records. Okay, a consecutive groups of memory location, all of which is the same type, must be the same type. If you declare an array of integers, so you must store the integer value. In Java, an array is a reference data type, must use new operator to allocate the memory to store the values in an array. Okay, so let's look at how to declare an array in Java. So for example, array declaration, you declare one array name scores, type integer, and followed by bracket. Bracket shows that, okay, this is an array. Okay, and then actually what does this code means? Scores is a reference to an array of integer. So then you want to create the array, you need to call the scores, and then you need to make this line or use the new keyword to allocate an array of integers. In this case, 4 allocates 4 arrays of integers. Okay, so array initialization should start from 0, similar to string. So for array, we also start with 0. Okay, we can look these examples. How to initialize array at declaration means you want to give the value at the start of the program. So let's say you want to create a string of array name weekdays. Then you want to assign or initialize or to give the value in the beginning of the program. So you can do like this: month, Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Friday, and so on. Okay, then how to initialize the array? Initializing each of the array elements using assignment. If you don't want to write the or to give the value like this, you also can use for loop to initialize the array elements. Okay, just declare the for, then call the method length. Okay, let the array be loop until its finish length, and then give the value to it. Okay, and then also you can assign a value to an array by asking the user to enter the input. Of course, you need to use a looping. In this case, we use for. Okay, and then call the array name. Okay, and then put I inside the bracket because we want to array to loop. We just use this method, show input dialog, and ask the user to enter a server name. Okay, and then the array will be looped until the end of the array length. So, okay, so let's look at another example of array program. This is just a simple array program. Just create a class name array example, for example, and then that consists of one main method. Okay, this array of cars consists of several name of cars, Volvo, BMW, Ford, and Mazda. Okay, now we want try to print the element of an array. So let's say we use the system.out.println method and calls the element cars 0. So what will happen? What will be displayed in the output? And then we also call the elements number 3. Then we try to use the looking to display all the values of an array of cars. So as you can see here, so the first 2 lines is for the first 2 statement, print line cars 0 and also cars 3, which is Volvo and also Mazda. Why Mazda? Because the array start from the element number 0. And then the next one, the line number 3 of 4, actually will start printing or displaying the whole values of an array cars. Okay, you can try it by yourself. This sample of code. Okay, now the last subtopic, which is called packages. Packages consists of two types of packages, either built-in package or user-defined package. Built-in package means the package already created in the Java library, and user-defined package actually you as the programmer can write or define your own package. Okay, so what is the function of package? Actually, package is used to group classes in a collection. Just now we just use package java.util, java.lang, okay, java x.swing just now we have learned before. Okay, so that one is the built-in packages. So advantage of package to guarantee the uniqueness of class name. Let's say you want to use maths operation or maths method, you need to call the maths package. Okay, so package are convenient for organizing your work and for separating your work from code libraries provided by the others. Okay, so example standard of Java libraries that provide package function are java.lang and java.util that I have mentioned before. Okay, all right. However, if you want to implement package, you need to use the keyword import. So to let the Java program to be recognized, or you want to use the package. So as you can see here, the syntax is use the keyword import and then declare what types of package that you want to use and call the name and also the class of the package. Or if you do not sure what kind of package or specific package that you want to implement, you just use the second syntax, which is import and then the name of the package followed by the star symbol. For example, here you want to use scanner system.in just now to get the input from the user, so you can call import keyword and java.util.scanner. Okay, so I prepare for you how to create. Okay, this one is the example how to create your own user-defined package. All right, so you can go to BlueJ and then choose Edit and click New Package. Right, then the BlueJ will ask you to name your package name. So for example, you can give my pack, and then after you click OK, my pack package will be created in your workstation. Okay, so what you need to do next is double click that my package. Okay, and then what happened, it will go to your own package workstation and workspace. So what you need to do here is you go to new class, okay, and then create new class and name as my package. After you name the my package, what you need to do next is to write this code in step 5. Okay, and then package my pack is actually automatically written by the BlueJ. No need to write this. You just write the body of the class my package, which is consists of method main that want to display the output. This is my package, and try to compile to see whether there is error or not. Okay, then just run your my package class. So this is the output example of my package. So you already create your own package. Right, next. Okay, this one is another example of user-defined package. In this case, or this example, I want to show you how we want to call from package inside another class. Okay, So let's say class student want to call package name my package. Okay. Alright, so go back to the my pack just now that you have created in the previous example. Create a new class and name as my package 2. And then inside the my package 2, no need to write the main method. So you just write this one line of code. Okay, in this code actually is a method named message. Okay, that will print one message calling my package. After you write this code in step 2, okay, then you compile. If there is no error, okay, you go to class student that we have created before. Okay, in class student, okay, in the first line, you need to call the my package 2 because of what we want to use the package 2. So you need to use the keyword import and then call the package name, which is my pack, and call the class my package 2 because we want to use the sh method that include inside the my package 2. So in main method of class student, so instead of you writing the system.out.println hello world, you add 2 lines here. Okay, write my package 2, which is the class that you want to call, and create object to it, which is my, and then you give a new my package because of what we want to create the object for my package 2 named my, and then this object my will be used to call the message method that include inside the my package 2 class. Okay, so we want to know what happened to this code. Okay, please compile first and then you run the student class and you look what happened. So if you look at the output, actually it's not only display the message hello, it also display the message that consists inside the class my package 2. Alright, hope that you can try this by your own, okay, to look how the package it's work. Okay, so that's all for this chapter. Thank you.